As always, I am subject. We have Robert Pablo Wild with us. Don't ask why his middle name is Pablo. Nobody knows.
Hello.
We are doing the first half of Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2,
Yeah.
starting with Episode 1.
Home.
Uh,
Homeward bound.
is that what this is called?
Home. HOME.
S2, 01, Homeward.
No, it's not actually homeward bound. It's just home. You
Damn
dingus.
it. Shut up. I'm trying to put it on the screen, you asshole. I wish I could change the color. I feel like that's hard to see. Oh, wait, I
Yeah,
can
this
change the color.
this is the episode when Ashley comes home.
There, you can read that there. Timer. All right. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
In three, two, one. I forgot to hit record. In three, two, one. Season 2, episode 1, go.
Stars Original presents.
Ah, god damn it. Hold on. It started at the end of the episode.
That's why. For those who don't know, this should start with a recap. This is one of those that includes that on the actual episode.
All right. In three, two, one, go.
Stars Originals presents. Oh, Stars. Previously on Ash vs. Evil Dead.
All the
Dead
stars are
people.
here.
30 years ago in one of the movies. So, for a bit of refresher, for people who may not remember or did not see our first commentary, how did you first watch the series? When did you get to finally watch it, and how quickly did you go from season to season?
Um, so the first season I could not watch because I didn't have stars. I ended up, funnily enough, buying it on PlayStation when they still offered digital video. It was the only thing I ever bought on the PlayStation Video Store. Um, and then, Kyle, no, we cannot stream the movies or something that we're commentating on. There's this little thing called copyright. um, Season 2, I think I was the same. That one I bought on Voodoo because I moved over to Voodoo. Um, and then 3, I don't even remember, but I didn't finish it because it got canceled and I got bummed. But I did finally go back and finish it. So there was a gap in
Nice.
between. Kyle originally watched it because I told him to, and then I realized how much I hate him. That's okay.
Oh, did you not like
I
this
I
show?
only tell you to watch quality stuff. It's not my fault you don't like quality stuff.
And this show is wonderful.
Show is peak.
It's perfect in its imperfections. But here we have Ruby, who has pink hair now for some reason,
Well, it's
and
to
her.
symbolize that she's turning good.
Oh, okay.
I like this
Because
season a lot. It's not as good as 1, but I think it has some higher highs than 1. Um, like that episode where it's just the thing for an episode is great.
mm-hmm.
Um, my big thing is I hate that season 3 kind of undoes everything that this season did.
uh, yes and no. I get that with the Ruby stuff, but I don't know. I'm pretty satisfied with her arc by the end of the season. I don't have too much of an issue there. Though notoriously, this season was kind of a mess in
Mhm.
production. There was a lot of infighting behind the scenes with where they should or shouldn't go, and you can kind of see that by the end of the season because it does sort of fall apart. But
Once you go
probably
back to
three
the
probably.
cabin for a second time, that's when the season loses me because I don't know what's happening.
Right. I do think season three, even if it's the weakest season, I do think season three ends on a stronger note than two does. There's still
Mhm.
good stuff in three.
Hey, look, it's the drawing. Kyle, I just didn't like losing certain characters later in the series, so I was in love with. Like who?
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of people do die in this series, but as far as our main ensemble goes, it's pretty consistent from season to season. I love Ash in Jacksonville so much. He's party man.
The one thing that does start with this season is you can tell like, oh, we have to like strip down the budget now. So this isn't a road trip. It's we're going to this one place and we are going to stay there for the rest of the time.
Yep.
What do you mean spoilers? We've all seen the show.
um, I really like where we start with these characters in Jacksonville, Ash getting everything he wants. Oh, the big thing I've always been conflicted about with the start of the season is while this premiere is very good, I've ever since I first watched this episode, I've thought, oh, it would have been fine if we were just dicking around in Jacksonville for like 20 minutes before the plot starts. Because we kick off the plot of the season pretty quickly and get out of here very fast. It's great. I think this premiere is fantastic. It's just the thing I've always been conflicted about where, yeah, I could have gone for just a bit more downtime with these characters for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes before the plot kicks in. Because we're out of Jacksonville really fast when that's kind of what season one was building up a lot to get him here. But maybe that's
So
just me.
I'll get to you in a second. Kyle, doesn't the guy with the mustache and the girl both die later in the series and turn into deadites? They
Uh,
do die, sort of. They do not turn into deadites,
no.
and they come back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is a spoiler for this season. If you finish this season, you know that Pablo comes back.
Wait, Kyle, did you not even finish this season?
That's
Uh,
funny.
to answer your thing, I'm fine with it because you have to keep the pacing going, and this is only a 10 episode show. I think we get enough done that I can say I'm happy with what we got. I don't need
Hmm.
more of Jacksonville.
But maybe it's just because we are stuck in his hometown for the rest of like almost the entire season that I could have been fine being here for a little longer. Um, but we talked over it. But that's one of my favorite Ash scenes of the show when he's talking to the mom and her daughter, and he's like, "I'm not drunk enough to tell if this is good weird or bad weird." Like, this guy has not changed at all.
No, that's the nice thing is they're very consistent with this is who Ash is at this point.
And they
Kyle, I think
don't
I
care.
watched a season or two. I mean, there's only 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's not a long commitment. Um,
You could probably
but
watch
like
this
you
whole
said,
show in a day.
it's just that tricky thing with premieres where in the first 10 minutes it gives you everything you want for the show, the jokes and the gore and the action. It's if you're here for Evil Dead, it's like, hey, well, you've waited a while. It's been a minute since season one. Here you go. Here's everything you want in the first 10 minutes. But I've been fine with a bit more build up. I like these characters enough that I could just hang out with them longer. Maybe that's just me, but this opening we get is still great.
I mean, I wouldn't complain. I don't care.
Mm. But I do like where we're at with Pablo's happy. You know, he's making the best of the situation. Ash is happy, but we're consistent with where we're at with Kelly, where she's the one at the start of this who's just not content here. She doesn't like basically hiding out in this safe haven. Like she wants revenge on Ruby, and she wants to fight. That's the big takeaway from season one is Kelly wants to keep killing deadites. That's like her new purpose. That's her new calling, and she just wants to keep doing that.
This is where
And
it
that's
hits
very
him in the head.
consistent. Yeah. Yeah, you think that's where that gag's gonna go in season one, but here they actually do it with him getting hit with the chainsaw. Oh god. And yeah, everybody is covered in so much fake blood. So much of that in this show.
It's a
I
requirement.
That's a great Army of Darkness callback with using the his belt as a whip.
Yeah.
pull the chainsaw toward him. It's great.
The needle drops are great. No, what makes this show so great versus a lot of modern stuff? A lot of modern stuff is like, this is what you want, right? This show is like, yes, this is what you want, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And
Same sentence, two very different meanings behind them.
Even when the writing isn't great or there are things that don't make sense, it never fails to deliver on the jokes and the action, and the character stuff always works. Yeah.
That's why I'm pleading. If you don't want to make, if Bruce doesn't want to do this anymore, just make a Pablo and Kelly movie.
Yeah, could be cool.
I would watch that.
I like these characters.
That decapitated head looks rough.
Yeah.
We keep the explosion in the credits. What I love about this too, for the most is most absurd. Why are they still hanging out with him?
I mean, I don't know how big Jacksonville is. They're kind of stuck there. Pablo, I get it though, because he's like a hero to him.
Yeah,
he's still the El Jefe. You know.
No, that's not even a complaint. It's just it's a very TV of these characters have to stick together. It doesn't matter if it makes sense.
No, but I also think one of the best things about the show is that it's not just okay, this other stuff's fine, but can we stick with Ash, the character we care about? For the most part, the show handles the side characters, the supporting cast, really well. Where you're always
you don't feel
you actually like these people,
like a distraction from who you're here to see,
right? Or like
which
we're just padding this
is
out.
Impressive because I don't know if you had this when the show was started. I was like, oh god, like he's gonna have a supporting cast. Because the best part of Evil Dead 2, which is the greatest film ever made, is that first half where it's just Bruce Campbell in the cabin. And I like the second half, but it's weaker once he has a supporting cast that kind of have to dilute the attention away from him.
Yeah, I agree. This gag's a good callback to the first movie with Pablo making this drawing and then the hand getting possessed.
Yeah.
But there's actually a plot reason for it, though. It's not just reference for the sake of reference. Poor Pablo, man, he suffers so much this season because they don't
and
just
I don't
forget.
quite understand what it's doing, what they're doing with him.
You don't have to understand it, man. You just have to feel it.
Yeah.
But all that, I mean, I don't know. He got face fucked by that book, and then mouth birthed Ruby's babies. Like,
what is this, Alien? And obviously, this has the greatest cameo in the whole show. Not this episode, but later on when we get Cheryl back.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
And we actually acknowledge Cheryl exists.
Yes,
it doesn't make any sense, but
well, that's the most inspired thing about the season. At least the setup of it is actually getting to see Ash's hometown, what his family was like, what his other friends were like.
His dad is so good.
His dad's perfect, and that's I think some of the best stuff. Just dealing with okay, what was the aftermath of those movies?
Yeah.
If you're taking Army of Darkness as canon, he's back at S Smart and seems to be doing fine, but I guess everyone else assumes he was a killer, which logically makes sense.
Well, it's that balance, right? Because Ash is cool because he's Ash and a badass. How much do you want to peel that away? It's the Anakin Skywalker problem. How much do you reveal? Because I've not to get into a Star Wars talk, but what I've always liked about the prequels is I've always kind of suspected that would be closer to what somebody like Anakin would be. He would have to have that like whiny, faulty edge to him. It's not done the best, but I never thought he was like the perfect hero that then fell to the dark side. That doesn't make any sense. It's so like when you do something like this with Ash, do we make it? Do we humanize him? Do we reveal that all of this is just because he was bullied after coming back? You know,
Mhm.
and they managed to do some of that, but it's all with that like layer of Evil Dead goofiness to it.
Well, it's also pretty consistent with like, well, what makes this character interesting is what happened in the cabin and what set him on this path. We don't get too much stuff like before that, where it's like here you don't get too many twists or retcons. It's like no. We understand that Ash becomes interesting through his experiences with the Deadites, and that's the stuff that matters. It's the fallout of that stuff that makes him interesting. We don't get extensive flashbacks about his childhood or him being a teenager or
This
whatever.
isn't a Blumhouse movie.
Right.
Oh
So
god, are you
this.
ready for the Blumhouse Evil Dead remake?
Oh no. But of course, here we have Lee Majors as his father Brock, which is just perfect casting.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm not sure if I've seen in anything else.
Probably not. He was a big TV guy back in the day. He was like the $6 Million Man. He
I know
was the
of them.
Fall Guy. Yeah, he was the lead in a few popular TV shows and was like one of Bruce Campbell's idols. That's one of the big things Bruce Campbell won't shut up about post the show, and it's adorable. Is he just goes on and on about how much he loves Lee Majors and is happy he got to work with him. He's like, I don't care that the show got canceled. I got to work with Lee Majors, my hero. And I'm like, yeah, good for you, man. I'm glad that made you happy. He's such an asshole. And it does a good job at showing, like, okay, this is where Ash gets all the negative traits. You know, they've clearly been passed down from his father, but they play it for the comedy, and it totally works.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think there is an interesting if you're like me and like to kind of try to put things together. Is at some point Ash wasn't like that, you know, first movie, and then trauma just kind of brings those negative
Mhm.
traits out, and it's interesting because that's what Blumhouse is always trying to do, you know, trauma. And this does it just in the
More
background.
subtly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, get used to this town, because we are going to be here for a while.
for the rest of the show.
Although, okay, I will say, as much as the time travel stuff doesn't work, the payoff to this gag with this homeless guy is pretty great. We'll see if we remember it when we get to part two of this commentary.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me. Wait, doesn't he become the mayor? Is it the Back to the Future thing?
Kind of. I just remember Ash seeing him like when he's younger in the past, and like, yes, Ash does ruin this guy's life. Like everything he just said is true. That's what makes Ash such a great hero. Is he's also
He
kind of
doesn't give
bad
a
at it.
shit. I've seen this woman in stuff.
Yeah, she's in Daredevil. She was in Daredevil season 2 as like the DA or something. She's a real asshole in that show, but she's
She's
a good
also
actress.
on Picard.
Oh, yeah, she is in that. And I love that she's named Linda.
Uh,
That's so good. Ash just has a thing for Lindas. That's so consistent.
but Robert, it's the My Bloody Valentine 3D love triangle.
Yeah, it is. That's a good
Except
call.
Ash is kind of in the wrong here.
No, that's one of the best jokes though in season 3 when he revisits his high school and he's like, "Oh, I think I met my first Linda over there." He just, which is a great meta joke. Like, oh, he's just known a bunch of Lindas. Okay, that's how you explain all the recasts throughout the trilogy. Is no, it's just a different Linda in each movie. Sure, why not?
This is the second most unprofessional sheriff I've ever seen in something. My Bloody Valentine 3D is still the king. But There's a game that I want to play on the channel at some point called Evil Dead Regeneration. And it's kind of a what if Ash doesn't end up going back in time at the end of 2
Mhm.
and is thrown in an insane asylum because everybody thinks that he killed all those people. And you get paired up with a midget Deadite voiced by Ted Raimi.
It's so good. The Ash multiverse exists. We just need them all to team up.
Uh, Humble Bundle has a bundle going on of like all of the Dynamite Evil Dead or Ash Army of Darkness comics.
Ooh, interesting.
You can now read Ash Saves Obama. I'm sure that's aged well. It's so stupid.
I can kind of see the resemblance. You tried your best, Pablo. Well, I've got good news and bad news, Ash. The good news is you will save some of these people by the end of the season. The bad news is not all of them.
It's just adorable that he thinks that he's going to save most of them. You've been doing this for years, Ash. They all die. Does this count as a superhero show?
Yes.
Then this is better than Daredevil.
Oh.
This is the peak of like superhero fiction on television.
I mean, Evil Dead 2 is a superhero movie. It absolutely counts.
I mean, I will argue with anyone that that is not a that is a superhero origin film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a coming of age film when you really think about it. Oh my god.
My face. Get it off
Give
of
me
my
back
face.
my face.
There's a good little poltergeist homage. Guy ripping his face off. Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh. You're freaking out, Pablo.
Yeah. I will say, on first viewing, that did make this season a bit of a step down from one. I mean, just because I will say, Pablo suffers so much this season. It wasn't that fun for me to watch. Where I was like, leave this fucking guy alone already. But once you see where it's going, it's fine. I could roll with it. It's all fine.
It is my least favorite subplot in this season, but it's fine. Like if season 1 is a 10 out of 10, this is like a 8 out of 10 season of television.
Yeah. 3's maybe a 7. You know,
yeah.
But I like them all.
There are moments in 3 where I'm like, this just isn't as funny as like the last 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff with the funeral in 3 when we get there, I could do without
that. I like some of it. I love his trunk. Just his entire personality is in this trunk.
I love that he still has the Farewell to Arms book from Evil Dead 2. I just noticed that.
That's so good.
Which is one of the greatest just visual gags in that movie.
Oh, it's amazing.
Robert, I think let me check something, but I might have some good news for something we can do soon.
Oh my god. I like good news.
I also like good news. Guess what just came to Peacock?
What is on the peacock?
Nosferatu.
Oh.
We should do something on that. Oh, wait a minute. Peacock just got the Blade trilogy.
Oh my god.
Those have not been streaming at all for months.
Weren't they in Max for a bit? I feel like I saw them on there.
Like a year ago. We should try to do those.
Absolutely.
Ooh, they've also got the Wild Robot. Not appropriate for this channel.
I've heard that movie's great. Peacock is a really good streaming service that I don't look at enough.
Yeah, same. Like they have the they got the amazing movies,
Interesting.
Oh, they have the Nosferatu extended cut.
Ooh.
I
It's
may
only
have
a
to
few
watch
minutes
that.
longer, but I'm curious what's added to it.
They got that shitty Candyman reboot. That really came and went, right? Nobody talks about that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it was a modest hit. It did make money, but yeah, it's one of those things that just sucks about now losing Tony Todd, where it's like, oh, now we can't do anything more with that. It's unfortunate.
I mean, we did it without him anyway. Like he's in 2 minutes of that movie.
Hmm. But was clearly added later. But yeah,
That's the first movie I tried to do a solo review on, and it just turned me into ranting for 10 minutes about how I hated everything in that movie. I was like, I can't publish this.
Oh my god, they got Kelly.
This is a fun
I like
set
this set a
piece.
lot.
Yeah,
It's very Army of Darkness, and when he's in the pit
into the
in that
pit,
opening.
into the pit with these sons of whores.
Have we done a Army of Darkness commentary yet, or is that one we still need to do?
No, me, Dan, and Noah reviewed it, but we haven't done a commentary.
Gotcha. I do like the gimmick with Ruby's children. I like that they can turn into shadows, and just it makes them a lot tougher to to fight. Run home and cry to mama.
He went a little Elvis there.
Well, he did play Elvis. This is so stupid.
This is the comedy that works in this show for me.
Just such stupid slapstick. I love it. Oh my god, it's a Nosferatu.
These kids are legitimately horrifying, though.
Oh yeah, they're bad news.
Bad News Bears.
Yeah, Pablo this season is just kind of Deus Ex Machina, man. He can kind of do anything. Whatever the plot needs him to do, Pablo's your
He's
man.
he's the next what do they call his uncle?
The Brujo?
Yeah, he's the next El Brujo.
Kelly, no. It's evil Kelly.
You remember when she was just like a Kmart employee?
She's got dreams, man.
That's a great throwback to two.
Hmm.
The throwback stuff is kind of made worse when you think of like Rise, which has some of the worst
Yeah.
callbacks that I've ever seen.
That's, I love this. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. That is one
Remember
of the,
Evil Dead 2?
yeah. Yeah, we're doing that a lot in this episode, but that's just part of the charm of this universe is we have very specific rules for Deadites, but also the walls can bleed. Cause why not?
We have very
Fine.
specific rules for Deadites until we don't.
It's consistent in its inconsistency.
Yeah, which is fine. I will take this over a movie that is so like hamstrung by its own rules that it becomes boring and predictable.
Hmm. Oh my god, it's Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless jump scare. I forget that she's from New Zealand, So when I hear her in interviews and she's just talking in her normal voice, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, she always gets hired whether she's doing an American accent or a British accent. She always does everything in movies except for her normal accent.
To be fair, nobody wants to hear that for 2 hours.
Oh, I like the New Zealand accent.
Ugh.
Oh my God, she's drowning. Oh, did we talk over the sandwich line?
Yeah, that's why with the
it's, so, it's so good. It's the grossest, most Ash thing ever.
yeah.
He wouldn't say no to that. This story is really all about parenting when you just boil it down. Why does everyone just want the Necronomicon?
Almost like everything in this universe revolves around a book.
Do I save her because I should or because she's hot? Hmm. Yeah, it's very thematically it's very Alien Resurrection, you know, the children turning on
Oh, the
their
best
mother.
alien movie. Yeah.
Mm. Oh my God. It's not easy being the chosen one, you know.
You know, if I had a dollar for every chosen one character that I'm a fan of, I'd have $3. But it's a little, which isn't much, but it's weird that it's happened 3 times.
And I think that's part of the charm of the series too, is they never add too much bullshit to that stuff. Like, well, Ash was born on the third day of the third month, and his mother was actually a witch, or they don't add all this
Are you
bullshit to his
calling out Harry
backstory.
Potter right now?
No, Harry Potter's fine.
No, what I find interesting about Ash is this is not intentional, but in some ways he is kind of a deconstruction of the chosen one
Mhm.
trope. Whereas Harry is just the chosen one, and then Anakin is a whole other. I don't know what's going on there. I think he's the chosen one.
Or not. No, I don't know.
Have you ever heard Lucas talk about that?
Oh yeah, it's. I have always thought there was a really interesting idea in those movies to do an anti-chosen one story. Like, yeah, but what if the chosen one failed and turned evil? Like, that's interesting. But Lucas has always spun it as, well, no, he was actually the chosen one because of Return of the Jedi, so it's all fine. Then that whole thing just falls apart.
There is something interesting thing there though of the only way to complete the prophecy is to become what you're trying to eliminate. But at the same
That's a
time,
cool idea. I don't think that's what he's doing.
I don't think so either, because then you could just make the argument that Luke is the chosen
Right.
one.
Yeah.
This is my favorite joke in the show in this season.
Bad memory disease.
Maybe I'm getting that bad memory disease. Alzheimer's? Alzheimer's, that's the bad memory disease.
He wanted to be immortal. Why? To live
To live
forever.
forever. Yeah, that is a great pilot, or not pilot, premiere.
Yeah, great premiere. Though one change from season 1 to here is we no longer have really cool animation for the end credits. They're like, fuck
Yeah.
it, right? We have less money, just black screen, white text. It's fine. Fuck it. Yeah, great premiere.
Yeah.
Good start.
That is season 1, episode 1. What is the
Season
name of,
2, episode 1.
or season 2, episode 1? What is the name of episode 2?
The Morgue. That's a big one.
Oh, I can't believe that. I forgot that that's so early.
Mm-hmm.
That has maybe the most disgusting, like, what the fuck am I watching?
We'll watch. We'll get a live reaction to a Two Girls One Cup after, just to compare.
No, wait. A reaction from you, right?
Oh god, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, exactly. So shut up. All right, this is season 2, episode 2, The Morgue. Are you ready, Roberto?
I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1, play.
Stars. And we give Stars a lot of shit for kind of mishandling this series, and of course, eventually canceling it. But it's just the time when they made it. Like, but you got to give them credit for just letting them make the show unrated and what they wanted to make. Because that's why they went with Stars, because they just weren't getting that opportunity elsewhere, where they would have had to trim it down. And that's just one of the best things about the show, like the movies, is that it is unrated, and they just did whatever the fuck they wanted. Like, you could not do this as an R-rated project, at least not then. Maybe at this point, when stuff like Evil Dead Rise gets an R rating, like, I don't know what is or isn't allowed for an R movie anymore. It feels like you can kind of do anything except when you can't. It's really weird. Not consistent.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, no, my son did it again. My son won't stop murdering.
It's such a weird thing. Must be such a weird thing for an actor. You're playing the dad, but you have to model your performance over the son because the
Right.
son is the main character.
But they strike a good balance of you totally buying him as Ash's dad, but also he goes to places that even Ash wouldn't. Like, you still feel that generational difference, where it's like, well, I guess between the two, Ash is a little more progressive. Like, he's a little better. I like that they each kind of reflect, their times. You do feel that generational
You know
gap.
who would have been hilarious in this role? Like, it's perfect, but I just think about this. Imagine this being Sid Haig.
He can be the crazy uncle. I'd buy him as Ash's uncle.
So many great hallway shots. And like we talked about before, it's just sometimes when I'm watching the show, I just stop and think about like how a miracle. It's a miracle that a indie movie from 1981 is now a $1 million television show.
Right. It spawned this huge franchise. It would be like if The Hitcher had TV shows and video games and all this extra shit. He's so
And this
weird.
is the stuff that I like about Ash's character when he gets his little flashbacks and like that's how you humanize him is he still feels the guilt from all those years ago.
Oh yeah, he's a guy who doesn't like to show his feelings, but they're there.
Like he misses his sister and his friends.
Hmm.
Rest in peace, that lizard.
Yeah, he didn't have the heart without me, or your dad just didn't feed him. It was probably that. But I do like this reluctant team up with Ruby. Like that stuff's
The
great.
organic, like they fought, now they teamed up.
It's a good version of the okay, this is our villain, but now we have an even bigger villain, so our old villain has to team up with us now. Sometimes we nail that, sometimes we don't, but this is one that does
That's
it
what
right.
Dragon Ball is built off of. Oh, Piccolo was the villain? Well, now there's a bigger villain named Raditz. Piccolo has to team up with Gohan or Goku. Oh, Vegeta was the villain? Well, now there's another guy called Frieza, so Vegeta's going to kind of work with them.
It has been 0 days since John has last talked about Dragon Ball.
I don't like this kind of music, but I like this like beat that he's listening to.
Ugh, so gross.
Uh, I brain autopsy scenes never like this never get me because for some reason as a kid, one of my favorite scenes in RoboCop 2 is when they're removing Kane's brain. I don't know why.
I forget, do they take his eyes too, or is it just his brain? I don't
Yes.
remember.
I don't remember.
No, I think the autopsy scene that probably gets me the most, just because it's so real, is the stuff in Haunting of Hill House, where it's just played so straight and matter of fact. You're just like, ugh, why do you do this? That just burn me. I don't care. This is weird. Oh, this poor guy. Oh God. He got he got hostile with the blade in the
Ooh,
ankle.
I love how that one is nonsensical. She stabs him in the head with a scalpel and his head explodes.
Well, she hit the part in his brain that makes the whole thing explode. I learned about that from Hot Fuzz. It's scientifically accurate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Ash, I don't think I'd trust anybody less than a blind proctologist. I think that's where I draw the line.
Oh, that's where the line is. This is a gag that you could have just cut down.
That's fine. He's owning it. He's a vagina. It's fine. They never show it, but I love that Ash just apparently owns hundreds of the same shirt just because he knows shit like this is gonna happen. He's always got backups.
Fine. You see that a
He
lot
doesn't
in
look and he sticks with
animation, where you see like the closet. It's just all the same outfit.
it.
Um, in Power Rangers, they make a joke about that because the Rangers always wear clothing that is like color coordinated to their Power Rangers uniform. And in Dino Thunder, when Tommy becomes the Black Ranger, the ending joke is, "I got to go clothes shopping. My closet is lacking any black clothes because now he's the Black Ranger, so he has to wear black clothes." Wait, I will shoot us both. Me first. That's not how that works.
I've heard it both ways. No, the drama. His former teacher he slept with is now banging his dad. It's all kinds of wrong.
I want to know what the "not again" means because it could either
There's
be
a joke about
funny
that later.
or horrifying.
No, we'll see how we're feeling by the end of it. But you could argue this might be the funniest season of the three. Season one just has that perfect balance of everything, but there is a lot of really good comedy.
This is the Army of Darkness of Ash versus Evil Dead, is what you're saying.
Hmm. But way more hardcore. Oh god. Now we're at the morgue scene. This like my jaw was on the floor. I had never seen anything like this on television.
Same.
This was insane. What a waste. It's like, Ash, this body clearly has not been opened at all yet. Why is this one when you're checking? Oh god, it's gonna desecrate all these bodies now. Put on a mask, something. Yeah, this is just another Tuesday for him.
I mean, basically, yeah. So not to keep talking about other shows, but that reminded me. There is a joke later on in Buffy where the plot starts happening, and Buffy's like, "Oh, Dawn is somebody's in danger. It must be a Tuesday," because the show aired on Tuesdays.
my favorite example of that type of joke's always been SpongeBob. There's one where Squidward says, "Why does every 11 minutes of my life always have to be filled with misery?" Because the episodes are always 11 minutes. So good. Oh god. Ash, you're really not helping your ashy slashy reputation.
Yes, it's funny. It's like it would be pretty hard to miss the book in a body.
Look first, cut later. But I know the showrunner at this time it got into a lot of fighting with Bruce and Rob and Sam behind the scenes. You know, like this was the most kind of difficult production of the three behind the scenes, and I think by season 3 they brought in a new showrunner. But I know the showrunner of this season was really into gross out humor and was really pushing for that stuff, and everyone else was kind of fighting back and trying to dial it back. This is the one that nails that balance because it is very gross, but it's so creative.
Imagine
It's
having the
like you can't look
balls.
away.
Imagine having the balls to push back against the people that own this franchise.
Yeah, but and there's lots of gags too that like I don't hate, but there's one where like Kelly like gets her face in like a bowl of pee. Like there's lots of gross
That,
out gags like
yeah, I
that's
don't
just
need.
like yeah, it's you got to do that stuff sparingly in an Evil Dead project, I think. But this one, it's just it so goes for broke, and it's like, well, I've never seen that before, so I'll give it a pass. Oh God.
I do like the pee gag with the sheriff where she knocks him out and he pees himself.
Oh God,
But
it's
no,
so
this is gross,
disgusting.
but in an Evil Dead way.
Right. It's like it's very evocative of like the tree scene in the original, just done with dead bodies. Ugh. Why isn't that the thing that makes me squirm more than anything? Is the piercing on that guy's dick? I'm just like, ah, I'm like
Ugh.
looking at it.
What are you showing me here? Come on.
Oh my God. This is the grossest hentai I've made.
Those intestines kind of look like the little snake worms from Prometheus too.
Oh yeah. This is
Which I maintain that movie has some of the most just like creepy body horror.
got some gross stuff.
So sarcastic. It's great.
Mm. Yeah, one thing that I am conflicted on about the setup for the season that feels a little backtracky from one is one ends with saying, "Oh, there's going to be hell on Earth. All these sinkholes are opening, but Ash is going to have this little safe haven in Jacksonville." By this season, we kind of downplay all that. They're just like, there's some sinkholes, there's some extra violence and stuff going on. It's not really the hell on Earth you're expecting. Like the town is fine for the most part. It's a nitpick, just just an observation.
I kind of figured it was because the kids turned on her. So like whatever
Possibly.
she was doing was stopped.
Hmm. Okay, like this is this is the scene.
Yeah, it's like no, no, no,
I
wait.
I never thought I'd hear say Ash. I never thought I'd hear Ash say, "I'm in the butt."
Say say Ash
Indy
here.
Vistister.
Okay,
I'm
I
in the
could have
butt.
done without the shit.
Ugh, it's so gross. Well, it's natural, man. It's the human body. What we're looking at is perfectly natural. This happens all the time. Mike Johnson. Like it's just so
Legitimately
absurd.
funny.
It is. It's so absurd. This poor dead body. This is maybe the best like physical humor of the whole show. Where Bruce Campbell. This is one of his best lines. That asshole is me. That's a great line.
Yeah.
Ugh. No, he's not. He can't do what he could do back in Evil Dead 2. We're not getting like the flipping and stuff. But man, like that physical humor is still just it's top notch slapstick. It's so good. No, but yeah, no, I read this as a regular thing that has happened before of Ash's dad going after
Well, we know
Ash's
it is because he says
women
not again.
conquest. Yeah,
I need to know
this
when
many,
it
many times.
started. Is this creepy? Is it funny?
Both. I'm gonna say both.
Both is good.
Ow. It's bad when even Kelly's disgusted by this point. It's like, God, what is that smell?
That's my favorite. Like, never say ass or hole in my presence again.
This is the single most dramatic thing that's ever happened to him. I don't know what's more gross, this or what we just saw 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
Oh God, what's wrong with her face? And they just have such great chemistry together. They got really lucky with our main trio, with these other cast members. They're all just so good together.
Oh, for no reason.
It's a they're Stephen King bullies, man. It's just that kind of small town. Might as well be in Maine. No, I love it when Kelly and Ash actually get along. Oh God.
Honestly, like as much as I love Pablo and Ashton's kind of weird hero worship thing, I think Ash and Kelly have the much more enjoyable dynamic. Where like she clearly respects him, but she's not gonna just bend over backwards to make him happy.
Right.
Whoa.
Yep, foreshadowing. Oh my
Oh, true. I never
god.
thought about that.
What did you feel about Ball as a villain?
He's fine.
I like the actor.
Is it me or do the Deadites in this season also just not look as good?
No, but still looks fine. Very cartoony.
Yeah. But what you were saying with the showrunner, I just can't stop thinking about like the showrunner thinking he knew more about the show than the people who created the Evil Dead.
Yeah. Well, and I mean it's a hard position to be in, admittedly, but it's not like those new movies where clearly they have their blessing and the old guys are still producers, but those are more like, okay, you are a director coming in to do your own thing with your own characters. This is, look, the audience here is here for more of the Evil Dead trilogy. Like, that's what you're hired for.
Yeah.
This
Well, and it's like Austin said, TV isn't a director's medium. This is a
yeah.
writer's medium. No, just come in, shut up, do your job.
Mhm.
And even then, like I can understand wanting to fight for something if you really believe in it, but against like Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, like
Right. And I know Raimi was the least involved of the three. Like, obviously, he directed the pilot and it's like an executive producer, but he was just kind of like, okay, you guys do your own thing, have fun. Rob Tapper, I think, is the one who is most like hands on involved with this thing, start to finish, with Bruce obviously still being the lead character and also having input. But yeah, this season could have gone in a very different direction before they kind of changed course. Not the Delta. Like, you were gone for 5 minutes, so I had to start without you. Oh god.
yeah, I always get this episode order wrong. For some reason, this episode and the next episode always feel like later in the season, but they're not.
Yeah, well, it's because the season just starts so strong. You know, most of the big memorable stuff is in the first half, admittedly. Though the back half is when you get stuff like Ash in the Asylum. Like, that stuff's really cool.
Be a sloom.
But yeah, we survived the morgue. We did it. One of the most disgusting things you've ever seen on television.
Or just in general.
Yeah.
Well, that
Stay
was
tuned
season
for our
two,
Human
episode
Centipede
2.
commentary.
No, wait.
We're gonna do the whole trilogy, right?
I really don't want to. Those are three. Those are three of the movies that I'm like I don't want to look at them. I don't want to see them.
Nope, not for me.
What is the episode? What is the title of episode 3, sir?
Last Call, which is a weird title for a third episode in it.
Except it isn't because this is the one that takes place in the bar.
Maybe. Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, because this is where Pink F comes from.
Yay! Oh, and when Ted Raimi should be coming in soon, I would think.
I think this episode.
We shall see.
All right. Is everybody at timestamp 0?
Yes, sir.
In 3, 2, 1, play.
Previously on Ash vs. Evil Dead. But like you said, shortly before the show premiered, I got Stars just to watch. So this is a show I did keep up with weekly, and was
Well,
super
hello,
fun,
Mr.
man.
Fancy Pants.
Yeah, and once it was canceled, I quickly dropped Stars. I've had no reason to go back to it.
There are dozens of us.
There are. But man, this was so much fun and such a treat when it was on. Hey, remember the Evil Dead? This
No, what's Evil Dead?
this is the type of
I'm
shit that's
shocked
so
they could
goofy
use
about.
Army of Darkness footage.
No, that was Evil Dead 2.
Oh, that's how they get around it.
Yeah. Because remember, that is Evil Dead 2 stock footage that's in Army of Darkness and is now Evil Dead 2 stock footage in this show. Are you with me so far?
Yes. And no.
Oh god. This poor love affair with that car. That's one of my favorite. I do love how much this season is dedicated to the Delta Classic, and Ash's weird obsession with it. And that's one of the funniest things to hear Bruce Campbell talk about with this property is how much he hates that fucking car. And he's like, Sam's an idiot. He's a madman. He's obsessed with it for some fucking reason. I don't understand. It's the worst car ever. Yeah, one of the best reasons to own the show on physical media, though, is for these commentaries. Every episode has a commentary, and just hearing Bruce Campbell and all these other actors just talk about it and chat about random shit during this is so much fun. Bruce Campbell's always been like the king of commentaries. Like, he should do commentaries on movies he's not even in. He could let this
I
like guy
would
talk about
kill.
anything.
I would kill for a Bruce Campbell commentary on
The Stand is 6 hour
Batman and
commentary.
Robin.
Oh god, these stupid teenagers. It is also amusing that the show gets to tap into those like cheesy high school TV tropes. Except in this show, they're all gonna fucking die. Horrible ways.
I'm gonna die down here.
Always gotta be reading from the book. Idiot.
Read from the book.
Rata. Kanda. Mesarta. Oh no, I'm saying it.
Don't do it. Don't think it. Don't say
Mistroin.
it.
Oh god, the camera hit them. Oh god, this is gonna go to a really gross, uncomfortable place. No, poor guy. No, don't put that blood on the screen.
You can't do that.
I like how Ash is so color coordinated. He's got the Smallville Clark Kent get up going on.
Yeah, he does.
With Clark, he's always either wearing a blue shirt and a red jacket or a blue jacket and a red shirt. It's always one or the other. Clark. Tools for drugs. Pink fuck. And there he is. There's the
There he
Ted Raimi.
is. The one everybody wanted in the game, and they never did it.
Yeah. Oh, poor Chet. He should have been. Would have loved playing as him. I like that he gets to be an actual character. Ted Raimi, the best actor who's in almost exclusively Sam Raimi projects.
And the
And
quarry.
Candyman. And Candyman for some reason. Yeah, he's great in The Quarry, though.
Wishmaster.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen Wishmaster yet.
Um, Okay, well that's going on
Oh,
my
head to
potential
the
list.
okay.
If you watch it, that's fine. I'm not going to say don't watch it, for the show, but
That's fine. You can put it on the list.
till the wheels fall off. Love that they're casually drinking ketamine.
We're gonna do that on the next commentary, right?
You are.
Okay.
I've already done my uh, duty as drunk on stream. It's your turn. Meanwhile, the remake of Christine. Speaking of Smallville, this is a very Smallville thing. Where it's, yeah, this is just a movie, but in our universe.
I don't mind that formula though.
No,
Sometimes it works.
it works here more than it does trying to force that into a Superman story.
Yeah. Or Fast and Furious in a Superman episode
Yeah.
with Kryptonite Nitrous.
Although I will argue, I think you could actually do like a Fast and Furious thing in a Superman story decently.
Yeah. But that is kind of the old days of television that gets ragged on a lot, where it's formulaic or it's episodic and we're just riffing on different things. But there's kind of a charm to that. I do miss when shows could do different things
Yeah.
for episodes. And stuff like this is just so much fun. Awesome.
That was
I
terrible.
love it looks so bad. It's great. I
Great.
love
It's great.
it's great. It's good. It's good. The Delta possessed is just so awesome.
Yeah, what works about this is it's not just one for one Christine, and like the car has a personality.
Mhm. I love the lack of self awareness where Ash still thinks of himself as a young person. Hey, I'm still hip and cool.
Oh, got it.
Ash is like, hey, fellow kids, I'm one of you. He just needs a backwards baseball cap and a skateboard.
Say car, I meant car.
Oh my god. And the headlights are red for no reason. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's not for no reason. It's evil. The evil, it's possessed to the car.
Oh my god. It's like the Batmobile from the Batman, but way more terrifying.
Yeah, the Batmobile was sentient.
Who says it's not?
True.
Why is this happening? I don't know. That's on
one guy that
fire.
like got his dick bit off. I mean, at that point, just kill me. Like,
I have nothing more to live for.
dumb.
He's so good at acting as uncool as possible. I love that he just falls for this. Like, oh yeah, this is legit. He ignores all the Deadeye red flags. It's like, well, this is worth a shot. I wish Pablo's hair just got progressively taller each
He's like
season.
halfway to Marge Simpson.
This is horrible advice.
Great advice. I don't know what you're talking. Oh
Friendly
God.
fire. Evil dies tonight, John.
No, no, no. Wait, 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 wait.
I do like the way they bring up her insecurities, and this really gets to her when Pablo's like, "No, you're awesome. You don't have family, you don't have a home, you don't have a job, and you're doing great." And she's like, "Yeah." Pablo, you're saying all the wrong things. Ah, this guy's still going for it. Come on, Tyler, you can do it. This is a great kill. This is such a good gag. It's so mean. He'll be fine. Oh god. Oh, he'll be fine.
It's a great kill. And at least the way it's edited, even if the CGI is bad, I can't tell.
Hmm. The show goes to such sleazy places. It's so funny.
I mean, the first episode is him banging a chick in a bar.
After strapping himself in a girdle
Yeah,
to pull in his gut.
which we never mentioned like again.
No, no, I just assume he's wearing that just the whole time.
Oh
So
God,
gross.
no! You can't say that.
You, that's a quote. You should frame that. Put it on your desk. She's waving me in like a damn air traffic controller. You lousy minx. This is just a great bit of nonsense. I like this bull riding competition. So, John, you grew up in a small town. Do you frequently visit the bar with the mechanical bull? Is this a normal
No,
pastime for you?
no.
Oh God, this is dangerous.
We're not afraid to let somebody be better at something than Ash.
Yeah, he also has the same outfit.
Basically. Well, the best part about Ash having that same outfit is there was what he was wearing that day at the cabin. Like,
Yeah, it's just his clothes in the first one, and that's his costume for the rest of this franchise for some reason. Yeah, and then this Ruby and Kelly pairing is really cool. Something really different. Now, the first time I watched this, I was a little worried where this was going. I was like, "Uh-oh, are we gonna turn Kelly against Ash and like team up the Ruby?" Because that would have kind of sucked. But it's more complicated than that. I like their dynamic a lot. You remind me of a young me, Kelly. Not too much younger, mind you. Perhaps even a couple years older.
can confirm at every bar I've been into in the small town, we did not have a mechanical bull.
That's a shame. It's just so funny. Oh God, what are you showing me here? Come on. It's a tale as old as time. Your dad just picking up all the hot chicks in front of you. Oh, God. You're doing this to me again. That's something that should be quoted more. There's no winners when you play catch. You just throw the ball back and forth. That's so good. No, but it's really about trauma.
Worst about this is you can have these heart wrenching moments right after a ridiculous bull riding scene.
Yeah, it balances that tone shockingly well. Oh my God, she was a deadite.
But I like there's kind of a dilemma here where he's like, "Do I want to go do that? Like,
Do I want to save him? Please stop. Oh God, it's still
why are
going.
you torturing me like this? Why?" I need Bruce Campbell to try to deliver that line now, just like he did in Evil Dead 1, to see if he could still do it.
Oh, he's fine. Oh, I love you. So cheesy. This that dark sense of humor that really works.
I like the sadistic this car is being. Like, that's
It's
gotta hurt.
it's the most evil character in the whole franchise.
I don't know. Evil Ash was pretty evil in last
Mm,
season.
that's
Not the original Evil Ash, the other
true.
Evil Ash.
No. I like a good Pablo speech. I like Drunk Ash. We need Drunk Ash more. No. What? Oh God. I hate it when this happens.
That happened to you last week, I think. I think you're telling me.
Oh God. That's not a glory hole. How does he survive that?
Have you watched anything in this franchise?
I love the cartoony, inconsistent physics.
In the second movie, Ash's head collides with a tree and he's fine.
Well, it was a softer tree.
Uh,
Why is this Deadite so horny? Oh God. That's a good decapitation, though. That is one thing with the show, though. That's funny. Decapitations always work, even though a lot of Evil Dead 2 is built around Linda being decapitated but still being a deadite.
So
It's fine.
in Evil Dead 2, it's still you have to do complete body dismemberment. By 3,
Yeah.
it's just shoot them.
Shoot them or decapitate them. Either will work. Oh god.
He comes out with the head.
No, this is a great moment for his dad, though. He's like, my son's a hero. Stop. Oh, this is such a great scene. His dad's finally proud of him.
This bit here made me laugh like a lunatic.
He wasted so much time in those wasted years. There's something I've kept from you.
And we'll talk about it more in season 3, but the payoff for this is terrible.
I love it. It's so bad. It's so funny. It's too funny. No. No, that broke my heart first time just because I was
To
like,
put the
no.
tumor in her head.
He oh god. No, just I loved Lee Majors so much in this role, and to see him go this early was like, no, but it's fine. He comes back in a few more episodes.
All
That
right, that
damn
is
car.
season 2, episode 3. What is episode 4 titled?
DUI. Driving under the influence. Because we still have that evil fucking car to deal with.
So 5 must be the paranoid episode.
Maybe? I don't remember. Or it's the Cheryl one? I'm not sure.
Oh no, it's the Cheryl one because that ends with him getting arrested.
Maybe. We shall see.
I don't remember. All right, sir, are you ready?
1 minute. Fine. Come on. God damn it.
Why are you so bad at this?
I don't know. Okay. I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1, play.
Previously in the butt. On Astro's Evil Dead. But so at the end of the last episode, Ash's dad was killed, R.I.P. But before he dies, he says he knows something about Ash, something that'll change the fabric of his reality. Do you know what the original plan for that revelation was?
Was it the Kelly being his daughter thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I hate, and I'm glad we didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that.
So, like, they still kind of pay that off just because in season 3 we do get the Ash's daughter storyline. It's just a different character. It's not the Kelly twist.
And
I'm really
arguably,
glad
I
we
think
didn't.
works better.
It does work better, but this important secret that Ash doesn't know about is that his father accidentally killed a guy, closed him up in a basement, and just left his place of
No,
work,
it's worse
and no
than
one knows
that.
why.
He didn't necessarily kill him. He just left him down there to die.
Yeah, he dies like it's so stupid. I love it. It's so funny. Oh god, like that was it. That was the secret. But no, I'm glad we course corrected from the Kelly daughter twist because I don't think that would have worked, and it makes season one so much more icky and hard to rewatch that I'm glad we didn't do that. And you don't need to do that with Kelly. She's a great character. Like that's just kind of a twist for the sake of a twist. It's not particularly necessary. It's just so sad. Trying to put the brain back in his head. So good. No, Pablo, don't. Don't be a hero. This is even more heartbreaking for him than his dad dying.
The car means more.
That's true. Not the classic. Anything but this. You bastards. Come on, feel the noise. Like so the first time I watched this, I was just so sad to see his dad go so early, but he does come back for a few more episodes, so it's fine. Yeah, I really like the supporting cast this season with this town with his dad and Chet and new Linda as one of his old flames from high school. Like all that stuff's really good. But my only nitpick is the stuff with Linda and her daughter. It both kind of doesn't go anywhere, but also that's the one death I think maybe was unnecessary. We'll get to it later, but when Linda find out how her daughter is dead, it's like she's not that broken up over it. She gets over it pretty quickly. That's the only thing I feel a little weird about. Oh, Chet, you're maybe too drunk to drive. You know, it's probably safer in the car than outside of it. You guys are probably gonna be fine. Welcome to my world, bitch. Oh, this is one of my favorite exchanges in the whole show.
Everyone needs a friend like Chet.
What's it for? What's the chainsaw for? Ice sculptures. What's the shotgun for? In case I don't pay for the ice sculptures. It's so good. Win in Jacksonville. Bowl. Well, at least we got Ball as a villain in the game.
Yeah. I haven't seen what he can do though.
Me neither. We fought him maybe once.
Yeah.
People keep
Nobody
picking the
picks him.
same couple killers.
Yeah.
So annoying. It's quite the pickle they're in. Yeah, you'll be fine. Just ask Samara Weaving. She turned out all right in this show. Like I said, these premonitions we do maybe a couple times too many. Just we make this poor man suffer so much throughout this season. But it's just an excuse for all this extra gore. That's fine because it's not permanent. That is a funny sight gag, though.
This does go on maybe a minute, like a little
Yeah.
bit too long.
Oh my god, it's Evil Ash. Sweet monkey Jesus. Jumping Christmas shit. God damn. Oh my god. At least this car chase is pretty fun. Friends don't do this. You don't lie to your friends about going to a titty bar. Can we just get like a buddy road movie with Bruce Campbell and Ted Raimi? I need them on screen together and more things. Catch you on the flip flop.
I think Ted Raimi is the only person that could have played that, just because they
Yeah,
are
that's
such
probably
old friends.
they have that actual history. Oh my god, spooky. We must save the children.
Or kill them.
Mm,
Heard it
tomato,
both
tomato.
ways.
That's a hero shot. Like I said, even all these years later, there's just a bit of that pinch me, must be dreaming quality. It is amazing that we got 3 seasons of this. Just we wanted an Evil Dead 4 for so long, and now we got so much of it. You know, we'll never get tired of him playing this character.
Even if he's tired of it.
every time he comes back to this character, he suffers quite a bit for it. He's put his all into it. I am bummed to hear that that new show he was in on the Peacock, Hysteria, was canceled. That's unfortunate. I still want to watch it just for him.
Yeah,
I've heard it's good, but now it's canceled.
yeah. That kind of is what kills my urge to watch it.
I love all the American flags.
Very fitting with the poster.
Well, it's a small town. This is what small towns look like, depending on the state. It's a classic Greek tragedy. A man has to fight the car he loves. It's Shakespearean drama. Ah, it's spooky. It's like the car knows he's the chosen one. It's like, fuck, I can't just kill him. It's got too much plot armor. This is so awesome. That damn book, man. Has a lot of problems. This is like that insane Evil Dead fan fiction brought to life, but like the good kind, where it's like it's Ash versus the Delta. Sure. It's so awesome. God damn it, Pablo. Stop playing with the book. I love that bit with the book just spitting out this little page for him. These final words from his father. It's on the ass, son. I'll now explain that. See, we're taking the bull riding sequence and paying it off. No, stop killing your children. You're a terrible mother.
It's a cool image of him like perched up on the car.
Yeah, it's like he's fighting a dragon.
I'm getting lost in
awesome.
just watching the episode. It's hard to talk about.
Don't do it, Pablo. He said it. He said, "Damn you to hell." He killed it. He killed his baby. See, there's a thematic thing linking these subplots. You got Ash, Ash versus his car. Got Ruby versus her children. You know, it's all connected. They all have to make sacrifices. Oh, this is sad. Can we do a Evil Dead Hellboy crossover? Has anyone ever thought of that?
That would be
Just a
awesome.
suggestion. Right? Ash teams up with
I don't know
Hellboy.
how the
That'd be cool.
comic rights work because like Dynamite is
I don't know.
specifically Army of Darkness.
Hmm. Well, Evil Dead rights are all over the fucking place. I don't know if they have that shit sorted now. Don't do it. Whenever Ash says, "Well, things couldn't get worse," that's not a good sign. We did it. We did it, Ash. We saved the city. Nothing a lube job won't fix. You could quote me on that.
No, 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 wait, wait, wait.
And buff out those scratches. Don't even worry about it, mate. Oh God. We'll get wild, wild, wild.
That was season 2, episode 4. We just got one more.
Got one more. John, are you glad we're only doing half a season? When are you guys doing season 7 of Smallville?
He said he's not gonna have time until like April.
Oh, gotcha.
Um,
You'll be there.
what is episode 5 called?
Season 2, episode 5. Confinement.
That, funnily enough, those are easier to do because I can watch it on my computer. When I'm like looking, because I have to look at it on my TV so it doesn't capture on OBS. So I'm like
Mhm.
in my head, I'm just watching an episode of television. All right. Sorry, what did you say episode 5 was called?
Confinement.
Is that CONFINMENT?
Yes.
Okay. I had like a moment where I was like, is that how you spell it? All right, this is season 2, episode 5, Confinement. Are you ready, sir?
Nope.
Why not?
Okay, I'm ready. Final commentary of the night. Let's go.
Yeah. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Stars Original Presents.
All the stars are here.
Previously on Ash vs. Evil Dead. Do you wish they took these little recaps off of the episodes
Yes.
on home video? It should be optional. Yeah, I'd prefer if they were optional. It only works if you're watching the show weekly, though.
Yeah. Well, I have
But
that
it's
with
fine.
anything home video. Like, if I'm watching this on home video, I'm probably binging it. I don't need a reminder of what I just watched.
Right. But I think this is the episode where Ball's introduced. Oh god. I think Ashy Slashy is back. Ah, this poor lady. She's in way over her head. So maybe this is the episode where it's the thing. When they're
Yes, this is
each
it.
other.
Because remember, Ball is one of them, and they don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember how that plays out, so that'll be funny. From this point on, I'm not as familiar with the show as I was season 1, because season 1 I've seen a million times. I know that season super well. Seasons 2 and 3 I've only seen like a couple each, so I'm a little more rusty going into some of these. Margie.
I remember this episode specifically because this has always been a highlight of the season for me.
Gotta trim your nails, bro. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Ma'am, don't do that. It's not appropriate. Sir, I don't think she consented to that. Oh,
No,
she
oh,
might.
wait.
Ugh, what a way to go. So many people have died in this town already. This population went from 112 to 27 overnight. Or unless it's one of those Smallville small towns where it gets bigger with
He
each
says,
season.
is this the season where the big bad of season 1 is a good guy? Yes.
Yeah, that would be Ruby. It was a classic predicament for Ash, betrayed by the country he loves. That's right, Chad. You did it.
Again.
It's fine. Wait, I thought she was dead. Oh, these stupid teenagers and their killer cars. They never listen. Yeah, Teddy, that kind of Ruby is evil again in season 3, but it's a different Ruby. It's complicated.
A
Time travel.
different person. You should
it's
rewatch. It's great.
And I've said this before, though. Even though season 3 is probably the weakest overall, it still would have been a much more of a bummer if the show was canceled after 2. That would have been a lot more disappointing because it would have felt like, oh, that was just a step down, and I
Now
need
it's kind of that
3 to
middle,
course
like
correct a bit. Yeah.
this is better than 3, but not as good as 1.
Yeah. But I'm a bit more satisfied with what we got, though. I'm pretty
Betty.
fulfilled.
Okay, also random, and then I'm leaving. Okay. I just finished Dexter Original Sin, and honestly, it has some issues. It's not consistent with the original, but I actually really enjoyed it. I've been hearing good things.
I've been hearing good things too. Oh, go on.
Um, I've been hearing good things, but like I've been having a really bad watch of Dexter. So
Oh. Well, I remember I saw some reviews on the pilot of Original Sin that were like, "Oh God, it's just a repeat of stuff we saw in the old
that's my
show.
big
What are we
worry because
doing?"
they do a lot of flashbacks.
Yeah, but then I heard the 2 kind of finds its footing and is pretty good. The best thing I've heard about Original Sin is just, "Oh, remember that Dexter you used to like? This is kind of those vibes again."
I
So
will say,
I'm gonna
season
watch
3
it.
was better than was good. Season 2 of Dexter is atrocious.
Oh wow, that's a hot take.
Yeah.
Everyone says that the first 4 seasons are great and that you should stop there.
Season, I don't know if it's just like my buddy and I wasn't enjoying it, so like I wasn't enjoying it as much. It was a struggle. Season 3 was definitely up there.
Dexter's just this weird thing for Showtime where that's just their franchise now, and they were just gonna milk it for all it's
Everything
worth.
they can.
Eh,
Oh, Teddy
It's
said they
so
captured the vibe of the first season. The first season is incredible.
I'm looking forward to finally watching it. Maybe, and of course, I'd like to watch it on my own time, but our plan is to do Hannibal down the road, and that won't take us that long. That's not a super long show. Maybe after Hannibal, we'll start doing some Dexter stuff. I mean, that's a while. That's not anytime soon, but that would be a good choice, I think. Yeah, because at least with Dexter, I mean, they're like short seasons, right? Aren't they like 10 episode seasons or so?
10, 12 episodes. But so is, but
Okay.
Hannibal's not that long either.
Mhm.
Because I think that's a weird like cable show that has the like a streaming show's episode count. Yeah,
Yeah.
like season one is
Well,
13 episodes.
it was premium cable though. Showtime's kind of like a HBO
No, I'm talking
competitor.
about Hannibal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't remember what Hannibal was on.
Hannibal was on
Uh,
NBC,
yeah, that's crazy.
and each season is 13 episodes.
Gotcha. That's a little more standard. But like you said, with this episode, we got all these characters in this police precinct. It's just such a great setup. It's the thing. It's somebody's evil. We don't know who.
Somebody's doing the evil.
Maybe it's Ash. We don't know. This fucking guy. Oh my god, you can't. Don't shoot him there. That could kill him. We're all dead.
We stay the course, we are all dead.
God damn it, Ruby.
Okay, last thing on original sin. I think it does what every good prequel should do and really fleshes out one specific character, and it's not the one you think it is. Weird.
Interesting. But the other thing I've heard kind of mixed about Original Sin is do not show it to people who have never seen Dexter. I've heard it spoils a lot of big stuff from that show. And
Oh,
it's also
interesting.
kind of, for some reason, it's also like the continuation of New Blood.
That's so
Or,
weird.
yeah, I think, Teddy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard it picks up from New Blood and then flashes back. And then the prequel show is a flashback. And it's like, what are we doing? The Dexter universe is so vast and complicated now. Okay, he said yes. Because okay, Dexter's this weird thing where Dexter ends, nobody likes it, but the one thing Showtime wouldn't let them do is not kill Dexter. That's why he doesn't die in the original show. Spoiler alert: Dexter survives the original show. Yeah, with all the spin-offs and new shows coming out, spoiler, yeah, Dexter lives. So and then it's just they're just sitting on it for years, where they're like, well, we didn't kill
Well,
Dexter,
that's
but
the thing. Is because those are based on books, but they've gone the completely different route than the books. Do you know about the books?
right. Oh no, you told me. No, the books went off the rails in a different way.
The
So I
books
get why
go
they killed.
full supernatural. He is possessed.
Oh, it's so funny. But then, so we sit on it for years. We don't do anything, and then we finally get the original creative team back and Michael C. Hall back for Dexter New Blood, and it's treated as a one and done miniseries. And then everyone hates the ending, and then Showtime says, "Fuck it, Dexter forever." We're talking spin-offs, prequels, sequels, so Dexter Resurrection. We're doing it all till the end of time. 100 years, Dexter. 100 years. All of Dexter. He's the good guy. Sir, I don't think you should be standing on that. But this is though one of the subplots that does weirdly get kind of dropped. Like I do like this Linda. I find her very likable. For some reason, she's not in season 3. She just kind of
He was
disappears.
filming
It's
Picard.
maybe possibly,
No,
but
there's no way.
um, I mean, when did Picard start?
Picard isn't until CBS All Access, and none of that stuff started till long after this show.
Okay,
I think.
I don't know anymore.
I don't care
Or
that
maybe
much about
maybe it was
Picard.
Jared.
But no, I do think she just isn't in season 3, right?
Yeah, she just kind of disappears, which is weird with where the season. That's the one thing that's a little jarring, going from 2 to 3, where it is a new creative team and kind of a new direction. But yeah, like that character just disappears for some reason.
Eddie, part of
So
the
I
reason
didn't like it at
Showtime
all.
can't let it go, he's really stuck on Dexter tonight. Is damn, do people watch it? Like New Blood set a new record for them,
Exactly.
and people hated the ending. And Now We're Innocent is also a new record for them. Why do people keep watching it though? It's the same thing.
I think to defend poor Dexter fans, I think they just want it to end well. They're just waiting for it to end well. But no, Showtime's like, fuck you, it's never gonna end. Dexter forever.
Yeah, because aren't they also doing another one with Michael C. Hall?
Yeah, that's Resurrection.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's also a prequel spinoff they're doing with John Lithgow's character. I know that's in the
Oh,
works.
well, they'll have to cancel that because now he's Dumbledore.
Oh. Well, I think they're gonna recast anyway. I think it's gonna be a younger version of that guy.
I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Okay, now I'm leaving. Goddamn it, Dexter! Stop making me talk about you on stream about an Evil Dead show.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh my god, this lady was Ball? What kind of a show is this?
The weird kind.
Oh no, I think I'm watching the wrong tape.
What are you watching?
I don't know if you saw yesterday, but our friends on the channel, Geekvolution, Cap and Austin were reviewing the Fast and the Furious, and
I
Cap
talked
wasn't.
to you about it in the chat or in
Well,
DMs.
no, but I didn't remember if you were there for this part or not. When Cap was like, "Well, let me Google to see what came out first, this or the Triple X
Robert,
movie."
read the last thing that I sent you.
No, I'll read it
I
later.
quoted, "Don't Google Triple X movie Captain Logan 2025."
That was ages ago. Oh my god. Brad Dourif?
I thought that he looks like a mix of like Brad Dourif and Michael Shannon.
Where did his clothes come from? Now that's just unrealistic. Oh god. I don't think I've seen this actor in like anything else, but I'm fine in this. I knew it. The guy who plays Ball was a New Zealand actor, because of course he is. But he was apparently on Xena Warrior Princess, so he has worked with Lucy Lawless and Sam Raimi before, so that's cool. That and Hercules, I just want to check him out just for like the Bruce Campbell episodes.
I
I'm
do
morbidly
want to see. I
curious.
do want to see those shows.
Oh, he was also in Young Hercules with Ryan Gosling.
Oh no!
Oh, Ball, you're so evil. Is anybody gonna leave me tied to this fucking chair? Yeah, kick his ass, Ash. Oh god.
In the ceiling. No, this legitimately is like terrifying monster.
That's so stupid. It's props like that. I want to know what happened to it. Like Bruce's face just printed out over and over again. Did those get thrown away, or are they in somebody's drawer somewhere? I need to know.
I think they're in Bruce Campbell's like drawer.
Oh no, homeless guy.
Almost deadite now.
Oh, ah, chat's really upset. You were so giving, Linda. Yeah, don't be a Linda around Ash. It never works out. Oh God.
No, like that's one of the scariest monsters in this.
Just this skinless person. Yeah. That's just one of the most viscerally satisfying things about the show is when you actually go back and watch those movies, he doesn't get to use the chainsaw a whole lot. It's just a few token scenes. And this show is just nonstop gore and carnage
Yeah,
with the
because
chainsaw.
now the chainsaw is iconic.
Yeah, exactly. It's his batarang. It's his signature weapon. It's Jover.
Legitimate chemistry too.
They do. Oh, meanwhile, Pablo. This poor guy, man. Like he said, he just suffers so much this season. It's hard to watch. But like these are scenes where Kelly's really genuine. Like you really buy how much she cares about him and is scared. Like she really sells moments like this. The book is inside him, John.
Oh my god!
Cliffhanger. What'll happen to him?
Well,
We'll never know.
in this show, would it be a bookender?
Ayo. That's the perfect joke to go out on.
And I literally stopped the recording after I said that. All right. Well, that has been part 1 of our season 2 of Ash vs. Evil Dead. We don't have a date right now because I threw things in a loop with my made me watch request. So I will post a community update when we're preparing to do that. Next Friday will be I almost said Ash vs. Evil Dead. Nightmare. God damn it!
Nightmare of
Night
the
of the
Living Ash Dead.
Night of the Living Dead, the original 1968 classic. We should all watch a different version of that movie.
Oh god. No, the different runtimes probably.
Like I can watch the original, you can watch the 35th anniversary. Noah can watch the in color version. Anyway,
oh boy.
um,
Well, you feeling groovy?
I'm feeling groovy. We're going to be doing that next week. Sunday, we will start Alan Wake. It will be a shorter stream, only about an hour and a half, because I have a D&D game to go to. But until then, we'll see you guys on the next one.